old classic car. And others would put money in my pocket, a wine cellar instead of corner bar. But if I was rich instead of so good looking, I wouldn't have you. If I was rich instead of so good looking, I'd be dining at a fancy restaurant, have a boat at my home where I dock it, be able to do whatever I want. But if I was rich instead of so good looking, I wouldn't have you. Well, there's nothing fancy about the life I lead, but I'm as rich as one man can be. When looks fade, I'll still be one rich man because of the love you give to me. That's right. If I was rich instead of so good looking, I'd be wearing some designer brand. I wouldn't be shopping at the outlet mall, no off-the-rack threads you pick by hand. But if I was rich instead of so good looking, there's something that I know to be true, I wouldn't have you. So I love my life, I wouldn't trade it. We found each other and we made it. But if I was rich instead of so good looking, there's something that I know to be true, I wouldn't have you. And I wouldn't want it any other way.
This here's a warning for all you folks about this here show. The things that JT says on this show are his opinions and thoughts only, not anybody else's. It is not meant to piss you off. It is not meant to make you go screaming and hollering into the corner somewhere. And it is also not meant to make you go for your safe space. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and have some fun. JT, it's all yours. Yeah, good evening, everybody. How's it going? It is me, the one and only JT. Oh my God, these cats are gonna kill me. The cat's gonna be the end of me, or at least some of my equipment to do the damn show with. But anyway, it is Shout Out with JT right here on the one and only Accidental Punch TV, courtesy of Twitch.tv. I got both of them up here right now. I have both cats up here on my computer desk. And one over here by the light, sticking her head up into the shade. And the other one sitting over here. Matter of fact, you'll see her here in a second, as she walks across right in front of me. Why don't you stick your face up in the camera there, Oreo? What the hell? Anyway, like I was trying to say, It is me, JT, with your usual Thursday night Shout Out with JT show right here on the one and only XNL Punch TV. What is the Shout Out with JT all about? Well, as our good friend Nakaya likes to say, it is a bitch fest. Well, it can be. It very easily can be. I mean, I could sit here and I could talk about how some of the idiots in this world are saying that they want to change the American flag. You know, they want to leave the makeup of it the same, but they want to add 2 stars to it. They want to change the color of the white stripes on it, and it's like, no, okay, just forget it. You know, just all kinds of stupid shit going on. There's people that, you know, I could have a heyday. I could do another whole show about it if I really wanted to, but I don't think y'all want that, so we're going to try to avoid that. Sorry, I was adjusting my camera a little bit there. I want to say hi to everybody hanging out in the Punchers Accidental Punch chat room right now. That would be our good friend from Wisconsin. Yes, the one and only, thank goodness, Lady Death, a.k.a. Nakaya. We got Big Tank hanging out with us. He is the master of useless information, which is always good information for me because he has saved my butt more than one time. Hey, don't mess with the soundboard. Why can't you just pick a corner and lay down like Pringles did? That'll work. Getting down works too. Where was I? Big Tank, master of useless information. That is always useless to me, or useful to me, because like I said, he saved my butt many a time during the shows. And of course, our great friend from Canada, the lovely Crochet Carol. Always great to have you along with us, Carol. As always, yeah. Carol says, after your surgery, they won't bother with the equipment till you use it again. Yeah, because I won't be in here. And when I'm not in here, the studio door's not open. So they can't get in here. So, yeah. Big Tank says that they need to stand up for the fucking anthem. Amen to that. The women's soccer team knelt and got beaten so bad. The picture that I saw on that tank, all but 3 of them knelt. And then there was a picture that was out just before that where Rapinoe was the only one that knelt. Hey! Sorry, everybody. Clawing up my picture. Good way to get your butt in trouble. And then Big Tank says, I will do what I want. Don't tell me what to do. I'm assuming that he was speaking on behalf of the critters. That would be my guess about what that was. So, how is everybody doing? How's everybody doing? It's going to be an interesting day tomorrow, as some of you know. We may have some hiding in the background that don't know about it because my happy ass is going in to have oral surgery tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock. We have to be there at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's supposed to be a 3-hour procedure. 3 hours. Normally that wouldn't bother me too much, but this is 3 hours in a dentist's office. You know, not in a hospital. So, Nakaya says that she is exhausted as fuck. I can understand that. Carol says it's warm here again, 33 degrees Celsius today, but doing good. Carol, I'm glad you're doing good. And we are getting into the, I don't know, what do you want to call it? The dark days of summer. You know, we are approaching the end of July. And approaching the end of July, beginning of August. And, you know, those are the heydays of summer. Big Tank says, so then no OJ for you, JT. I'm not a big fan of orange juice anyway, so not too much of a worry there. The only thing that we have been told at this point, is that I will be on a strictly soft food diet at that point. Want to say hi to the world's best daughter. Yes, the dog days. That's it, Tank. Thank you. I've been trying to think of what that dang phrase was. But yes, want to say hi to the world's best daughter, aka my daughter Kaylin. Always great to have her along. She'll probably be here for, I'm guessing 15, 20 minutes maybe. And then she's going to have to go, which is fine. I'm totally good with that. So yeah, tomorrow's going to be very, very interesting. 3 hours in the chair. And then Kay's going to bring me home. They said that at least for the first day, apparently what they told Kay is that at least for the first day, I do not want to lie down flat. I do not want to lie down flat. I need to keep my head elevated, which is going to suck for me. It means I'm probably going to get very, very little sleep because it's I guess I'm a back sleeper, but in order for me to fall asleep, I have to be on my side. Doesn't matter, my left side, my right side. Lately, it's been my right side most of the time. But yeah, they said no, at least for the first day that we've been told. We don't know about any of the days after that because they haven't given us that much information on the follow-up. So, but luckily we have my recliner out in the living room, and we have the old recliner that we had in the living room that is now back in the bedroom. So I can at least, sleep in the same room as Kay, since I can't sleep in the same bed as her at that point. Nikaya says she is exhausted because she's been working 12-hour days this week due to a massive systems update. Yeah, those system updates, they can be a bitch. They can be a big bitch because, and then after you get the systems update in and working, you have to go through and you have to check all the systems, all the different programs and things that you can do within the system to make sure that they're working right. And when something's not, then you got to call IT and say, hey, we just did this update and this isn't working right, fix it. And it can be just one big of a hellacious mess. So, yeah. Very true. Yeah, and both Nikaya and Carol say, sleeping in a recliner will be the thing to do and will work good. And Tank says, no drowning. No. So, yeah. Update on the microphone stand. I have a new one coming in. Woohoo, it's supposed to be here tomorrow. Which means it won't get, used or put together or installed, I guess you could call it, until, maybe Saturday or Sunday. I had, and I do have plans for tonight, folks. I do have stuff to talk about for tonight, but right now it's crazy because, trying to get ready for this thing and everything that's going on. I've got a project that I've been working on. I haven't been able to show any pictures to anybody. I've shown them to a couple people. But I haven't been able to show you guys any pictures because it is a surprise. But I was worried that I was not going to get it done as far as all the grinding and the detail work until I didn't think I was going to get it done in time where it was done before I had to go and do the surgery. Well, yippity skippity, and let's all do a happy dance because I got it done today. Got it done today. Put the hanger on it. I had one of the screws that came all the way through, so I got to cut that off, which is no big deal. And then I just have to paint it, and painting won't take long. So big sense of relief there, but still nervous about tomorrow. It's just a weird situation, It's. I'm glad that we're doing it. I'm glad we're finally getting it underway. I'm more nervous about this than I was about my back surgery, if that tells you anything. And then the guy says, "My dragon finally?" No, your dragon is not a surprise, Miss Nikaya. But actually, I do have your dragon on the list to get finished for you because I'm tired of looking at the damn thing. No, because I feel bad that it's taken this long to get it done for you. So, uh, all things go right. End of August, Nakaya. I'm shooting for end of August to have it to you by then. Is my hope. Yeah, exactly, Nakaya. The surprise is that it will actually be done. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Big Tank says if you ain't nervous about any type of surgery, then something is wrong. I have to say this, Tank. I agree with you. Um, but when I went in for my back surgery, and you can ask Kay. You can ask Kay because Kay was the same way about this. Um, I wasn't. I was worried, but it was very, very minor. I mean, when I went in, I didn't even feel nervous about it. I really, really didn't because the doctor that I had, the surgeon that I had, was such an amazing guy, and he was always right there. He answered any and all questions that we had. He was extremely confident, but not conceited confident in his abilities and in his work, and he didn't give us false hopes. He didn't say, "Oh yeah, we're going to do this surgery and you'll be out of pain, for the rest of your life. You'll be good to go." No, he didn't do that. He was very upfront about it. He was like, we're going to do the surgery. We're going to get you better. We're going to make it to where you can have a good quality of life and you can start doing things again. But we'll never be able to get you completely out of pain. But what we can do is we can make the pain manageable. So, he didn't give us false hopes. He didn't have us thinking that, 6 weeks after my surgery, I was going to be able to go run a freaking marathon or anything like that. I know people, and I've had people, and this pisses me off. This really does. Because I've had people come up to me and literally tell me, well, I had a buddy of mine that had the same back surgery you did, and he's out there and he's working out and he's doing this and he's doing that and all this stuff. And I look at him and I says, well, you know what? Was your buddy's back fucked up for 20 years before somebody finally told you what was really wrong with it? Did your buddy have nerves that were pinched for God only knows how long? And all this other stuff. It's like, look, your buddy's situation. And I know people who've had surgeries that are back and living a basic, pretty much normal life. I think it was just because of how long it was and how much damage I did to it, not knowing what was wrong with it. And my physical therapist did to it with the different shit that they tried, which I don't blame them because they didn't know what the hell they were supposed to work on. So, Caitlin says that all my thoughts will be with you tomorrow for sure. Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you very much. And she also says that she was more nervous for getting a filling in her tooth than for getting her gallbladder removed. I think it might just be... Yeah, I think it might just be a perception about dentists, about going in for a dental procedure. Maybe it's because it's right there in your face, and a lot of times you're awake the entire time while they're doing all this crap, I wonder if that might be what it is. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, so... please do me a favor and keep me in your thoughts tomorrow because tomorrow's going to be a very interesting day. Kay's obviously going to be there. What'd you say? I said, and me too. Yes, and keep Kay in your thoughts also too. Cause, yeah, she's the one. They only have to deal with me for the surgery. For the 3 hours or however long it's going to take. She has to deal with me after that. For like the 6 months that it's going to take. I'm still recovering myself. Yeah, and she's, in all honesty, she's still recovering from her surgery too. So, It's going to be an interesting day tomorrow, folks. That's for sure. But enough of flapping of my gums. Enough flapping of my gums. Nakaya, I hope that that your systems update gets done very, very soon. I know them things can be a royal pain in the ass. And Caitlin, did you get a chance to look at the pictures that I sent you today? Just out of curiosity. So, a couple things that I want to talk about today. And yes, we're actually going to talk about something with New York and Cuomo. Yes, Mr. Cuomo. You know I don't like to talk about him. I especially don't like to give him credit. But we're going to actually give him credit for something that he did that was a good thing. That should have been done a long time ago, in my opinion. Because when I saw this, I'm like, really? We're also going to talk about, and I know you guys aren't really football fans. I know you guys really aren't really football fans, but I found this list, and I just want to look into it, and I want to see something. It's the best NFL quarterbacks of all times, ranked by their passer rating. Is Tom Brady the GOAT? Is Aaron Rodgers the GOAT? John Elway? Peyton Manning? So we're gonna dig into that just a little bit, and I have a video tonight that we're gonna check out. That have you ever been in one of those situations where something really well? Okay, real quick. Nakaya says, Big Tank says, I didn't send it. No, you didn't. Nakaya says that the updates are done. That's the problem. People are idiots and have no idea how to follow instructions. I feel for you. I feel for you, Nakaya. Big Tank says Johnny Unitas is the GOAT. The quarterback GOAT would be Johnny Unitas. That's Big Tank's pick. I have a couple in mind, but they're probably not. You know, I mean, like Danny White, the old quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys back when Tom Landry was still coaching. He was good. But no, have you ever been in one of those situations where something really freaking cool happens, something that just doesn't happen very often, and you just so happen to be taking a video when it happens, and you catch the whole thing or most of it on camera? I got a video that we're going to show you. That is, it's a video of the top 10 insane moments caught on camera. Who's trying to bite you? Okay, who's trying to bite you? I'm being ignored. Okay. Who's trying to bite you? Hey. Yeah. The jealousy's coming out. Let's see. Big Tank says, new rule for the NFL this year. If any team has an outbreak of COVID and the game is canceled, it goes down as a loss to the team that caused it. You know, Tank, I saw that. I didn't get a chance to read it. They were talking about how they could possibly, I don't know if it's actually an actual rule yet. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't. Shoot me that article, Tank, if you can find it for me. I would like to go over that. Kaylin, are you going to be hanging around for the show, or are you just here for a visit and then you're going to have to take off? Just curious. And I do. Oh, Kaylin, is Timmy around? Please let me know if Timmy is around and everything, please. But yeah, so that's what we're going to talk about. While I wait for Caitlin to answer those questions, if she's even still here with us, I'm going to talk about one of Tank's favorite people. Caitlin says she's just visiting. I'm going to talk about one of Tank's favorite people here for a second. I I don't know why it's 2021 when this finally happened. But New York bans underage marriages and raises the minimum age of consent to 18. Do me a favor, take me to the other room and let me know when you're there. Let's see. On Thursday, New York banned underage marriages, raising the age of consent to 18 years old. Governor Andrew Cuomo signed the bill into law, which eliminated the previous exception of allowing 17-year-olds to get married with the consent of parents and the courts. This is, quote, this administration fought hard to successfully end child marriage in New York, and I'm proud to sign this legislation to strengthen our laws and further protect valuable children from exploitation. Still quoting, children should be allowed to live their childhood, and I think that many legislators and advocates who have worked diligently to advance this measure and further prevent forced marriages in the state, he added. Okay, just hang on for a second. I got something I want to say, Kaylin, but I want to finish this real quick. The law takes effect in 30 days on August 21st. The previous exception allowing 17-year-olds to get married was part of a law Cuomo signed in 2017. The 2017 law also allowed the age of consent raised the age of consent from 14 to 18. Regardless of maturity level, minors lack sufficient legal rights and autonomy that they need to protect them if they enter a marriage contract before becoming adults. The vast majority of minors who enter a marriage are teenage girls, and getting married before adulthood often has devastating consequences for them. I thank Governor Cuomo for signing this bill to finally prohibit child marriage without exceptions in New York, and commend the continued work of Unchained at Last in advocating to prohibit child marriages nationwide. That was a comment from Democratic Senator Julia Salazar. Okay. Real quick, I want to send out a big congratulations to Timmy and his partner Steve. Destinia, I think, is how it is said. They had a couple of shows in the past couple of weeks and have blown people away. Blown people away. Every time the times that they went up and started their shows, there's hardly anybody out on the floor or, around listening by the stage and all that. And by the time they got done, it was packed every single time. That tells you a lot. So big congratulations to you guys. I'm happy for you. And keep it up. Keep it up, guys. You guys can go places. So there you go. Big kudos to me and Stevie. Keep it up. Holy crap, Tank, how many videos did you send me? So, back to the Cuomo thing. This kind of law should have been signed a long freaking time ago. I mean, I can't see, even with consent, I still don't think that it's right for anybody to be married under the age of 18, especially, if it's not them wanting to do it and they're being kind of forced into a marriage. That's just not right. So that's my one bitch that I'm gonna make tonight. That's the one bitch that I'm gonna make tonight. Tank, thank you for sending me that article. We will check it out here in a little bit. But I know Kate. Dang it, she's already leaving. I was going to have her check out the videos, but that's okay. Kaylin, have a good night, my dear. Thank you for stopping in and visiting. I do appreciate it. And have a good night. We'll talk to you soon. Love you too. So let's check out this video. I mean, I think this video is really, really cool. Yes, I actually sat down and watched it ahead of time. Well, I kind of had to, Don't want to be sitting there showing the show, and all of a sudden, boom, right in the middle of it, somebody spliced in two girls, one cup, or something like that. You know, we don't need that. That's for sure. So yeah, I checked out the entire video. We're good to go. But yeah, this is some pretty neat stuff on this video. If you guys want the link, I can send it to you. It's off of Facebook. It's from a page called News Flare. News Flare, like a flare up in the air, you know, lights up at night and all that good shit. Yeah. A safety firework, I guess you could call it. But it's called the Top 10 Insane Moments Caught on Camera. And yeah, I'm going to stop and make comments and such as we go through this. So this one here, volcano erupts producing huge shockwave. Now watch the volcano. Can you see the shockwave moving forward? And this is how far away they are, because here comes the boom. Boom!
I said, why do we get to move?
It's a long way away from there. It's still loud as hell. Kind of gives me memories of, like, you know, video from Hiroshima. You know, when they dropped the bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And those kind of videos, except, you know, obviously it's not a atomic bomb. That's kind of what it reminds me of. But that was an old volcano that erupted. So that would be crazy. I would love to see something like that. I would love to see something like that. That would be really cool. So let's continue. Big Tank says that the volcano explosion was in New Zealand. So very cool. Now notice I paused it just right, because if you look right by the sail, right about, my finger don't make it that far, but right there by the sail on his boat, it says abandoned ship. Okay. You'll see why in a second. There you go. He actually didn't run over the boat, though. Now, this would freak me out. That right there would... I wouldn't just be going, ah! That right there would freak me the hell out. Having this... And all I'm in is a kayak. And then things are notoriously unstable anyway. And this big freaking humpback whale, Caddyshack with a boat. That, you know what? It works, Tank. It works. But this big ass freaking humpback whale just right up in front of me. What? I would freak the hell out. That would be nuts. But he doesn't just do it once. Here comes again. I mean, how big is that thing? If just his head is that big, can you just imagine how big the rest of him is? I mean, those things, they are one of the biggest fish in the sea. I think there's one. Here's one for Tank. I think there's one that's bigger than a humpback whale. I think. I'm not sure. Wow, man, that thing is huge. Big Tank says, think about it. Rodney Dangerfield did when he got, quote, head from Amelia Earhart, unquote. Hey, baby. Hashtag phrasing. And this is something, the one coming up here. It's something that I've heard about, I've read about, I've seen some videos of the end of it, but I've never seen a video of almost all of it, and I thought it was pretty cool. This next one is, their sperm whale. You know what? I think you're right. I think it is a sperm whale, Tank. I think it's the sperm whale and then the humpback. But these two are fighting for a lioness who they're going to mate with. I mean, look, they're just going at it. I love the growling. Yeah, see, there she is. She's walking away. Blue whale. Thank you, Tank. So is a blue whale humpback and then sperm? This one here. Now those are some strong winds. Wait for it. Watch the tree. Watch the base of the tree. There it goes. This is pretty cool.
Cessna.
Right down. 2.
Concord Tower, Cessna 117 Tango Sierra. I'm identing. I'm losing my engine.
Who said's having engine trouble?
Cessna 117 Tango Sierra. I'm sputtering in and out and losing power. I've pulled carb heat. Everything else is in the green. Looks like my oil pressure has dropped.
All right, well, you can proceed direct to the runway 117 Tango Sierra, clear to land, and I'm ready for you.
Okay, it's coming back and I'm losing it, and I'm over a residential area. I don't have a lot of places here. I have pitched for altitude.
Now, here's the thing. This is not an experienced pilot. And I'll even turn my video off on this one so that you can see it a little better. There we go. This is not an experienced pilot that's flying this plane. This is a flight student he's got to be close to getting his license or, has just gotten his license. So he's fairly new to flying a plane, okay? And his engine is dying on him. He's over a residential area. And, I give the kid credit. Or I shouldn't say kid. I give the guy credit for staying as calm as he did, using his head, and let's see if he completes a safe landing.
Okay, roger that.
And Tank, you are right. He said that I just saw it on the news the other day. They had an issue like that last weekend in Atlantic City where an 18-year-old was flying a Banner plane, had engine problems, lost his engine, so he ditched the Banner. I remember they said that he disconnected the Banner, and he was able to land the plane on a bridge. No damage to the bridge, no damage to any cars, and no damage to the plane. So, great job on that one, too, that kid in Atlantic City. Let's see if this one can pull it off, too.
I have lost 4 engine power. I have no engine.
Roger, no engine. We got guys coming to you. I got Charlotte notified, and they're coming to you, 117 Tango Sierra.
Roger. I'm looking for a field here. I'm going to try to drop in.
Roger that.
And you can see his engine, the blade on there, the propeller.
I'm going to attempt a landing in a field right now.
117 Tango Sierra, roger. I notified Charlotte. They got people sending as soon as they can to you.
See, now that I have a problem with. Listen to what this guy says. I've notified Charlotte, and they've got people now sending to you as soon as they can. Really? This is a freaking emergency.
I'm going to attempt a landing in a field right now.
117 Tango here, Roger. I notified Charlotte. They got people sending as soon as they can to you.
As soon as they can to you. I'd be like, dude, what do you mean as soon as they can? A pretty good landing there.
I have touchdown.
Not much of a bump. No hard impact. And now we have
Watch
an
A
ad.
Quiet Place and A Quiet Place Part 2.
I'm
Both
sorry.
movies now streaming on Paramount Plus.
Good old Facebook and their mandatory commercials.
A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place Part 2 now streaming on Paramount Plus.
So yeah, you didn't see it, but right at the end of that, he gives a big sigh of relief. You know, just that big that you do after that tense situation happens, and it's finally over. You're safe now. You can relax, and it's just, you know, letting all of that tension and stress out. And he dropped a cuss word because they beeped it. So my bet was that he said something along the lines of, "Fuck, I'm glad that's over." That would be my bet as to what he said. This next one here, snowboarders. How many times in movies and in real life do you see snowboarders sit there and cause avalanches to come down either behind them or on them?
Yeah.
Right there, he's in it. He's in it now. Time to go for a ride. And you can, if you listen close, you can hear his breathing. You can hear his breathing as he goes through this. Listen to how he keeps his breathing under control. That's one lucky dude. I mean, I give him credit. One, he kept himself under control. He kept his breathing under control. He kept himself, you know, focused. He managed to stay up on, you know, on top of all the snow coming down, most of it. He had one time where he was over his head, but he pretty much stayed there. You know, he was in it. He kept himself safe, and he rode it down, rode it all the way down. Big Tank says, and that's why they tell skiers not to go off trail. Exactly. And this can be the result when you don't. I mean, that's crazy. That's just simply crazy. You know, dude got lucky. Dude got lucky as hell. This is just awesome video here. This is just awesome friggin' video. Tornadoes, as we all know, one of the most destructive forces of nature in the world. And I'm glad that this was not in a highly populated area. Let's check this out. at how big that thing is. It looks like this area is all fields, open fields and everything. You can see some fencing. Every now and then you can see a telephone pole. Look how it carries this stuff up into it. Just amazing footage. Amazing footage. Looks like it's pretty much stationary. It's not moving a lot. So let's get some guesses. What do y'all think is going to happen here? What do y'all think is going to happen here? Knowing you guys, knowing us, the punchers and everything, y'all are going to know what happens. But I want to see some guesses. What do y'all think is going to happen here? I don't know if you can see it or not, but up in the upper right-hand corner, as you look at it, there's this little yellow box. And in that little yellow box, it says, "No people were harmed in the filming of this video." Carol says it's going to get tipped sideways. Okay. Big Tank says, "As all, the boat will tip as it goes in." Okay. Okay. Nikaya, what do you think is going to happen from just looking at this picture? And Tank threw out a second guess. He says, or the crane will topple over and go in. Well, let's go ahead and play and see what it happens. Okay. Nikaya says crane breaks and drops the boat. Now listen for the sound. Listen for the sound as this plays. Coming up. Right there.
Plane over, sir.
That when I heard, I was thinking maybe as I was watching it, I was thinking maybe one of the straps was going to break or something like that, or like Tank said, the crane was going to flip, and like Nikaya said, you know, something was going to happen and the boat was going to get dropped hard into the water. Well, Carol, if you look close, there's two cranes. There's two cranes on it, which is normal policy. They usually have the two boats. But for some reason, I guess the back of the boat was heavier than the front of the boat, and it just was too much. They didn't have enough counterweight on the back of this crane. And when you heard it was almost like a hollow boom. You heard that one time, and I was like, uh-oh. And then it went boom again. I was like, oh, shit, that's trouble. And that, my friends, is the end result. If you go back a little bit, let's see if I can show this. We go back just a little bit here. Okay, now if you notice, if you look, there's a guy in a red coat right there about middle of the crane. Big Tank says, "I bet the brake on the drum broke." That's a good one. That could be a good one, Tank. But if you notice, there's a guy in a red coat right about the middle of the crane there. And there's like 2 or 3 other guys in here. Now watch what happens. There's a guy right there by the edge of the dock. As it's going up. Run! I want to, okay, there he is. I saw him. Hang on. I want to know what happened to the crane operator. Okay? Let me see if I can do this. Right there. Okay? The front set of wheels. If you go down just underneath the front set of wheels, I think that's the crane driver. He got out of the crane in time. But the cool thing is, right? The boat goes into the water.
Crane over, sir.
It doesn't get hit by the crane. It doesn't. The sling comes off of from the other crane, and the boat's launched. The boat gets launched. The boat is perfectly fine. Maybe a little bit of water in it, but no damage to it. So kudos to the boat, but yeah, I think the crew could have done a little bit better on the weight measurements and everything for this. This is just crazy. This is a hailstorm. Look at that. Can you imagine the amount of damage being done to this house? Can you imagine the amount of damage being done to that house? I mean, it's tearing that, I mean, it's not tearing up water, but I mean, it's just destroying this pool. Can you imagine the amount of damage that was done to that house? Definitely be getting a new roof. If they had siding on the house, they're probably going to be getting new siding on it. Yeah, the roof is tore up. I mean, there's no doubt about that, because something like that. We had a bad hailstorm here when we got our roof replaced. We had a pretty bad hailstorm here, but it was nothing like that. I mean, that was just, I'm going to back this up and play it again, because that was just nuts. I mean, it's beyond belief. I mean, look at all the hail on the ground there. All over the place. And it's still coming down. I mean, that's just crazy. That is just friggin' crazy. Oh my God. I love watching videos like this. I love watching videos like that. They're just, I don't know why. Don't know why. I'm just that, I don't know. Maybe I'm just that kind of guy or something. But it's exciting. It's neat to watch stupid people do watch stupid people do what they do, Some of that was stupid people, some of that was pure nature, and it's amazing the things that can happen either through nature or through human stupidity. And it's one of those things where, I just wish I could catch one thing like that on camera. That would be so cool. But yeah, no such luck. No such luck on my end. So what did you guys think? Did you enjoy that? Did you enjoy watching that? I enjoyed watching that. To me it's neat. Yeah, Big Tank says it's neat because you don't have to pay for repairs. Yeah, that's for sure. Because a lot of those, I was sitting there going, yeah, I'm glad that's not me. I'm glad that's not me. So let's jump into this list of quarterbacks here to end the show with tonight. And I'm not gonna stop for each picture. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and scroll through the article as we read about it, if y'all don't mind. Oh, too much. Bear with me for a minute while I get her set up here. Gotta get her done. Let's see here. Yeah, that works. Okay. So, we're going to leave it on that picture out there. So, this is the list of the best NFL quarterbacks of all time to be the top 50, ranked by their passer ratings. Ranked by their passer ratings. So, we'll roll through this pretty quick. Like I said, I know there's not a lot of the folks that watch the show that enjoy football or watch football, but there's some that do. You got people like Adam and Sully who won't even watch football anymore. And I'm sorry, I enjoy football. There's stupid people doing stupid shit, but you know what? I still enjoy watching the game. But it says we can tell you who's not number one right off the bat, and there you go, Eli Manning. So they have a tie for 50th. Between Joe Flacco with a career passer rating of 84.1, although Flacco did win the 2013 Super Bowl with the Baltimore Ravens. Very cool. But he is tied with Jim Kelly. Oh, wait a minute. How does that work? They went 50 to 48. I guess 48's a tie. So this one's he's tied. This is a tie here between Flacco and Jim Kelly for 50th, or actually for 49th on the list. Career passer rating of 84.4. Retired in 96. He led the Buffalo Bills to a record 4 straight Super Bowl appearances, which they lost. I want to say 3 of the 4 were to the Dallas Cowboys. I know at least 2 of them were. Tied for 48, Mark Bulger. Oh, wait a minute. See, they got this all messed up. 84.1, 84.4, 84.4. So it was Jim Kelly and Mark Bulger that were tied. Okay, he played for the Rams. 47th is Sam Bradford. Yeah. Hey, Drumlin. Thank you for coming in, sir. They say, I watch football. I just prefer college to pro. I would agree. Go Notre Dame. Yeah, go ahead and get mad at me. He says, no, Kelly and Bulger are tied for 48th, and Flacco has 50th all to himself. But you see what I'm saying, though? They say right there, it says 50, tie, Joe Flacco. So he was tied with himself, I guess. So Sam Bradford all by himself, 84.5. He also posted gaudy numbers for a trio of NFL teams. In 2016, as a starter for the Minnesota Vikings, he completed 71.6%. 71.6% of his passes. And I'm not dogging on him. I'm not dogging on him, Drumlin. I wouldn't do that. 46. Rich Gannon for the Raiders. He actually, he was the starter for the Raiders in the 2003 Super Bowl. Passed for a career total of 28,743 yards and was a 4-time Pro Bowler and a league MVP during that time. Very cool. Number 45, Case Keenum. Casey Keenum. Career passer rating of 85.2. And why don't I even remember his name? I don't even remember his name. I don't. I can take these headphones off. Career passer rating 85.2. He was, it's a pretty bad one. This is one of the main things they put. Yes, Rich Gannon was a great quarterback, Tank. I will agree. It's pretty bad when one of the main highlights for your career that they list is that you were the backup for Baker Mayfield in 2020 in Cleveland. So, yeah. Jay Cutler. The Chicago Bear himself, yes, career passer rating of 85.3. 12 years with 3 NFL teams to include the Chicago Bears. Cutler passed for more than 35,000 yards. Cutler wasn't a bad quarterback. He didn't have a good supporting members around him. But the ones that he did have, for some reason, he just could not get things going. And I was waiting for that. Nakaya calls him a douchebag. That's a Packer thing there. Donovan McNabb. This surprises me. I thought he would have had a better rating than this. 85.6 passer rating over his career. Went to the Pro Bowl 6 times in 11 years with the Eagles. And, of course, he dueled away against Tom Brady in the 2005 Super Bowl. Big Tank says that McMahon is a better Bear than Cutler. No argument, Tank. I mean, that's almost a, well, thank you, Captain Obvious kind of statement there. All right. Tied for 41st. Cam Newton. Debuted in the NFL in 2011, currently running a 85.8% passer rating. He led the Carolina Panthers to the Super Bowl 50 in 2016. And he is tied with David Gerard, with also at 85.8. 4th round NFL draft pick, overcame early career health issues to become a Pro Bowl quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Led the Jaguars to playoff appearances in 2005 and 2007. And an 8-year career. Newton's still playing, if I remember right. Did he retire in the offseason this year? I don't know. So we have a tie for 39th. Trent Green, career passer rating of 86. Pro Bowler for the Kansas City Chiefs, passed for 162 career touchdowns versus 114 career interceptions. Dr. Drumlin says, no, he did not retire. Cam Newton did not retire in the offseason this year. Wow. This blows my mind. This surprises me. You know what? That's right. Tank, I think you're right. I think he was the backup for, I think he was the starter for New England last year. But this surprises me. Tied for 39th, Trent Green and Brett Favre. I thought Brett had a higher passer rating than that. Only 86% for a career passer rating for Brett Favre. To the second Pro Bowl Hall of Famer in our rundown. Favre led the Green Bay Packers to 2 Super Bowls, and he won the 1997 Super Bowl. Yeah, good point, Drummond. He says that Cam Newton can't afford to retire right now. Kind of like Adrian Peterson. I say, yeah, that surprises me that Brett Favre was that low. But hey. Dan Marino, career passer rating of 86.4, is in the 38th spot. In rain, wind, snow, or the Miami sunshine, Dan Marino put up eye-popping, game-changing numbers. The Pro Football Hall of Famer passed for 61,361 yards in a 17-year career. Super Bowl winning career, and this, I give Dan Marino huge credit. He's one of the few people that I know of, especially quarterbacks, who spent his entire career with one team. And he didn't do the, retire, unretire, retire, unretire thing. So kudos to Dan Marino on that one. Want to say hi to Sully himself, Mr. Accidental Punch. Just joined us in the chat room. Great to have you along. He says, y'all better be behaving. Well, it depends on what you mean by behaving. Number 37, boy, we're going way back in the archives for this one, folks. This is back in the days when being a quarterback was a deadly position. Career passer rating of 86.6, played from 1946 to 1955, the one and only Otto Graham. Before there were Super Bowls, there were NFL championships, and Graham won 3 of them with the Cleveland Browns. Total of 10 seasons with the franchise, Graham passed for a career total of 23,584 yards, which is more than a lot of the people that came after him. At number 5, we have a tie with Jameis Winston with 86.9% career rating. And Alex Smith, retired from the Washington Redskins. And yes, I will always call them that. Also with an 86.9% career passer rating. Number 34, Nick Foles, still playing, career passer rating of 87.1. And he was named the MVP of the Super Bowl in 2018 when the Eagles beat the Patriots. Yeah, boy. Big Tank, you do have a good point about Brett Favre. The stints that he did in Minnesota and the New York Jets ruined his rating and his reputation as a player, too, because, yeah, just went to shit there. Number 33, Mitchell Trubisky, another one of Nikaya's favorite players. Second overall pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, Trubisky passed for a combined 10,609 yards in his first 4 seasons. That's not bad. But despite the big numbers, 2 playoff appearances, and a Pro Bowl honor, the North Carolina product parted ways with the Chicago Bears after this season in 2020. We have a tie at number 31, Jeff Garcia, the old quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers, went to the Pro Bowl with the 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In all, he threw nearly twice as many touchdowns as interceptions at 161 to 83. Now, that's damn good. And he is tied with Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton. Career pass rating, again, of 87.5. Longtime starter for the Cincinnati Bengals. The 3-time Pro Bowler. Joined the Dallas Cowboys in 2020. Signed to be a backup. He stepped in for the injured Dak Prescott with the Cowboys. And to date, Dalton has passed for more than 33,000 career yards. That's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. Bear with me for 1 second, folks. I got to check something here. Okay. And Tank, we will talk about the COVID thing next week. Hopefully I'll be able to do a show next Thursday. We'll see. We will just have to wait and see. At number 30, Dante Culpepper. Dante Culpepper, quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings. Career passer rating of 87.5, retired in 2009 he was a 3-time Pro Bowler for the Vikings. Posted a career high 110.9 passer rating with the Vikings in 2004. That pose right there that he's doing, I hate that. Oh, trying to look, sophisticated and thinking and concentrating. I hate that pose. Ugh. Drives me nuts. Number 29, Carson Palmer. I actually like Carson Palmer as a player. He was good. He's at 29th with a 87.9% passer rating, a Heisman Trophy winner for USC. Palmer spent the bulk of his 14-year career with the Bengals. 3-time Pro Bowler, passed for 46,247 yards. Number 28, yeah, we're not even going to talk about this person. Sorry. Number 27, Baker Mayfield, career passer rating of 89.1. In the 2020 NFL season, Mayfield posted a 95.9 passer rating as he led the Cleveland Browns to 11 regular season wins and a rare playoff run. 26, Carson Wentz. All right, Nakai, you have a good night. We will talk to you soon. Hope everything turns out okay. Drumlin says, my man. Talking about Baker Mayfield there, Drumlin. But yeah, 26, Carson Wentz. 89.2 passer rating quarterback who went from the Pro Bowl to the bench with the Philadelphia Eagles. Wentz will look to get back on track with the Indianapolis Colts in 2021. In his first 5 seasons, the North Dakota State product tossed 113 touchdowns and only 50 interceptions. Now that's damn good. Drummond says, I am an OU fan, so that's why the love for Sam Bradford and Baker. Yeah, Sam Mayfield and Baker Bradford. That's why the love for Sam Bradford and Baker Mayfield. Totally understand. Very cool. Very cool. 22nd, we have a tie between Matt Schaub and Marcus Mariota. Okay. Career passer rating of 89.5 for both of them. Matt Schaub was a QB out of Virginia, wrapped his NFL career after the 2020 season. In 16 years, the Pro Bowler spent the most productive part of his career with the Houston Texans. He was a great quarterback for the Texans. I will say that for him. Marcus Mariota has been in the league, 6 years? 89.5. Out of Oregon, Mariota won the Heisman Trophy. Put up flashy passer rating numbers even as he struggled to produce wins for the Tennessee Titans. He did a good job last year. He backed up Derek Carr in 2020 with the Las Vegas Raiders. And then we also, is that a 3-way tie? Yeah, 3-way tie for 22nd between Matt Schaub, Marcus Mariota, and Andrew Luck. Actually, it's a 4-way because we got Teddy Bridgewater coming also. Andrew Luck, the overall number 1 pick in the 2012 draft. Luck was a 4-time Pro Bowler for the Colts. At age 29, he abruptly retired just before the start of 2019. Ended a 6-year career with 23,671 yards. Take care, Carol. We will see you soon. Have a good night. We also got Teddy Bridgewater in this tie here. We got another one. No, 4-way tie for 22nd. Bridgewater was bounced around since being selected to the Vikings in the first round, 2014. Pro Bowler has put up numbers wherever he's been, including a massive 92.1% passer rating with the woeful 2020 Carolina Panthers. At 21, Matthew Stafford, the Detroit Lion, 89.9% career passer rating, 45,100 yards out of Georgia. Due to begin the 2021 campaign as a starter for the Rams. Number 20 is Chad Pennington, 90.1. Number 19, Jared Goff. He's no longer with the Rams. Rams swapped him for Stafford with the Lions. So they switched places. Number 18, Ryan Tannehill. Career passer rating of 92. Pro Bowler for the Titans. Texas A&M product. Spent the first 6 years of his career with the Miami Dolphins. And so far to date, he's passed for more than 4,000 yards in a season. Twice. Number 17, Derek Carr. .1 career, or 92.1% rating. Still active. He was a second-round pick in the 2014 NFL draft. Passed for 26,896 yards in his first 7 seasons with the Raiders. That's not too bad, really. Think about it. Went to 3 straight Pro Bowls, 2015 to 2017. At number 16, Joe Montana. Career passer rating of 92.3. The Pro Football Hall of Famer threw for more than 40,000 yards in a 15-year career with the 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. More than anything, his run produced one of the all-time quarterback stats. 4 Super Bowl appearances, 4 Super Bowl wins. Big Tank says, in reference to Derek Carr, is another good fit for the Raiders. I would agree. At 15, he thinks that Carr is going to retire as a Raider. It's a good possibility. Number 15, Kurt Warner, 93.7 career passer rating. He was undrafted. Sorry, rolled a little bit too far up there. Undrafted out of Northern Iowa. Warner was 27 by the time he made his first NFL start, went on to establish himself as a Pro Bowl quarterback and a Hall of Famer thanks to 3 Super Bowl appearances, 1 Super Bowl ring, and 1 Super Bowl MVP honor. And he also won 2 NFL MVP awards. Number 14, let's go to the Steel City. Ben Roethlisberger, career passer rating 94. Big Tank says, whenever I see Joe Montana, I always hear the commercial from Sega of him going Reggie White. So, 14, Ben Roethlisberger in his first 17 NFL seasons, all with the Steelers, the first rounder for the 2004 draft class, passed for more than 60,000 yards, won 2 Super Bowls, and scored 6 Pro Bowl honors. Big Tank says, Kurt was not drafted and was, unfortunately, a scab. Yeah, but he made up for it. Number 13, Matt Ryan, 94.5, 4-time Pro Bowler out of Boston College, was the NFL MVP in 2016. So far, he's led the Atlanta Falcons to 1 Super Bowl and passed for 55,767 yards. Number 12, Phillip Rivers, career passer rating 95.2. Retired in 2020, Rivers called it a stellar career after the 2020 NFL season. By the time he hung up the cleats, he'd amassed 63,440 yards passing and 8 Pro Bowl nominations. At number 11, Peyton Manning, career passer rating 96.5. 17 years on the field for the Indianapolis Colts and Denver Broncos, the Pro Football Hall of Famer, racked up 71,940 passing rounds, 2 Super Bowl rings, 1 each with the Colts and the Broncos. Big Tank says, Matty Ice. Yes, Matty Ice from the Falcons. He is a whiz. Yeah, I've seen him do some miraculous things. I've seen him do some pretty dumb things, too. I hate to say it. Number 10. He's the top 10, folks. Steve Young, career passer rating 96.8. After starting his career with the USFL and spending much of his early NFL run as Joe Montana's backup, Young went on to establish himself as a Pro Bowl Hall of Famer, won 3 Super Bowl rings, 1 as a starter, scored 2 NFL MVP awards, and passed for 232 career touchdowns. And I tell you, as a Packer, I hated him. But he was a damn good quarterback. Number 9, Tony Romo, career passer rating of 97.1. Undrafted out of Eastern Illinois, Romo spent much of his first 2 years in the NFL career on the Dallas Cowboys practice squad. In 2006, he finally got rolling, and he didn't look back. 4-time Pro Bowler has posted a career best 113.2 passer rating in 2014. Here's the funny thing. We go from number 9 to a tie for 7th between Dak Prescott at 97.3. In Dallas is ranked just ahead of him in all-time passer ratings. In Dallas, not overall. He's a 4th-round draft pick out of Minnesota State and has passed for 17,634 yards to date. And he is tied, oh my goodness, the GOAT, as everybody likes to call him, but he's not. Tied with Tom Brady, 97.3 again. Brady's number 1 in all-time Super Bowl wins with 7, but not an all-time passer rating. He does have plenty of credentials, though, in the later category. To date, he's posted a 100-plus passer rating 7 times. Who is the awesome commentator? Tank. Talking about Tom? Okay. He is a good quarterback. He is one of the best. I will give him that. I just don't like his attitude. Number 6, Kirk Cousins. Career passer rating of 97.9. He's a 4th-round pick in the 2012 NFL draft. Drummond says Romo. Okay, yeah, that's true. Scored Pro Bowl honors with Washington and Minnesota franchises. Amid an overall disappointing 2020 season for the Vikings, Cousin amassed a lofty 105.0 passer rating. That's pretty damn good. Number 5, Drew Brees. Great quarterback, too. 98.7. Drummond says Brady is a disaster when he talks. Have you seen him in the Subway commercials here lately? The hell is up with his hair? I mean, somebody just needs to, fix his hair, please. Anyway, number 5, Drew Brees, career passer rating 98.7. 13-time Pro Bowler, recently retired. The longtime Super Bowl winning leader of the New Orleans Saints called it quits in 2020. In his 18 years on the field, passed for a staggering 80,358 career yards. 80,000. Holy shit. That's a lot of yards. Of course, 18 seasons. Yeah. Number 4, Russell Wilson, career passer rating of 101.7. Wilson led the Seattle Seahawks to back-to-back Super Bowls, claiming rings in 2014, or claiming a ring for 2014's Super Bowl win. In 9 NFL seasons to date, he's posted a career passer rating of 100 plus 6 times. Number 3, Aaron Rodgers at Green Bay. I used to like him. His attitude lately pisses me off. But we'll talk about that later. Career passer rating of 103.9, 9-time Pro Bowler and Super Bowl champ out of Cal. Posted a 121.5% passer rating in 2020, and that wasn't even Rodgers' career best. That would be the 122.5 passer rating that he put together in 2011. Number 2, Deshaun Watson. Career passer rating of 104.5. In his first 4 years in the NFL, all with the Houston Texans, the Pro Bowler recorded 104 touchdown passes compared with just 36 interceptions. That's a damn good comparison there. Whew. Big Tank says if Breeze isn't a first ballot winner, then the ballots are fixed. Yeah, he should be first ballot Hall of Famer. No doubt about that. At number 1, folks, let's see who it is. Patrick Mahomes. Big Tank says, who the living fuck voted on this list? And that's the thing, Tank. Nobody voted on this. This list is made up purely by career average passer ratings. Career average passer ratings. At number 1, Patrick Mahomes with a career passer rating of 108.7. Damn. The number 1 quarterback on the list is presumably just getting started in his first 4 years with the Kansas City Chiefs. Has been in 2 Super Bowls, won one of them, been named league MVP, and thrown for as many as 50 touchdowns in a single season. Tank says this is a complete bias list. Well, that's the thing. This list is not opinion rated. This is purely made up by the numbers that they amassed in their career or in their career to this point. And Tank, I do agree with you. He says these guys are protected by so many rules compared to when people like Danny White and Terry Bradshaw and the like there played. That is very, very true. That is very, very true. I will agree with you on that one. But like I said, this one is based purely on career passer ratings. Career passer ratings is what this is based on. So that is going to do it for me. I did go over by a little bit. I'm sorry, dear. But we are going to go ahead and head on out of here. We are going to do a raid, as we almost always do. We are going to raid Ricky Baby. I want to thank all of you for being here tonight. Again, please do me a favor. Keep me in your thoughts with good thoughts and K for tomorrow as I go through my 3-hour dental surgery and everything. Big Tank says, dude, Joe Namath sucks, but he is better than half of that fucking list. Yeah. Like I said, and that's the thing, Tank. You have to look at, that list was purely based on career passer rating. Career passer rating. So, people like Bradshaw and Namath probably, they didn't make the list because they're, and they had it a lot, a lot tougher than the guys at this time do. Big Tank says, I'm off like a prom dress on a hot summer night. Tank, have a good night, my friend. But yes, please keep me in K in your thoughts tomorrow. It would be greatly appreciated. We are going to head out to Ricky Baby for a quick raid. Next show scheduled for Tuesday night, 8 p.m. for the Sully show. There is no Avenger Pretenders. Avenger Pretenders is done for a couple of weeks. I do not know if I'm going to be here on Tuesday, so I'm not really sure what's going to happen at this point, but we will find out then. Hopefully, I will be back for next Thursday's show with shout out, but again, see how things go. Until then, my friends, stay cool, stay safe, and have fun, because life's too damn short not to. Until next time, my friends, I bid you farewell from JT. It's a shout out with JT show right here on Accidental Punch TV.